This, I wouldn't pay $2 for this. If someone gave this to me for free and said, here you go, I would say, take that back. I don't want it. If someone paid me $10 to use this again, I may do it because I'm kind of broke. It'd probably have to be 20. Hey y'all, welcome to Cloveroom and welcome to Clovemas. Today we have a classic video, a timeless beauty YouTube tradition. Empties! Yay! I don't know if I've ever published an empties video to my channel, funnily enough, but I filmed a bunch. But I think they all got left on the cutting room floor. Especially sad is that I filmed an empties before I moved from my last place. And I thought that was going to be my comeback YouTube video. It was not. After my hiatus, I waited a while to edit it, and then I had used my camera's internal mic to record it. I hadn't figured out the external mic thing yet. But it's unfortunate because I had so many empties I'd been collecting, because even in my hiatus, I've been collecting empties. I had so many empties and I didn't want to move trash from one place to another, and there were so many like good makeup empties, like so many like I don't know, I feel like empties are usually fill. Like this one it's gonna be mostly like skincare, hair care stuff like you go through more often. But that one had so many like good beauty empties in it, and I'm sad, disappointed in myself even that I wasn't able to publish that video. But that's okay. Today morning, might be the morning when you're watching this. Good morning. Today we are gonna just talk about the empties I've been collecting since I moved here, so probably, yeah, since mid-August. I think there's like maybe a couple makeup items in here, but it is mostly skincare, hair care, body care, stuff like that. It's gonna be a very chill video. I have a very narrow filming window if I'm gonna get this video up when I want to get it up, so we just need to go. That doesn't matter to y'all, but it matters to me. And I just needed a fun, chill video to do, and I thought this would be it. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Cam. I'm a non-binary trans femme creator. I love to talk about beauty through a conscious consumerism perspective. I also love to talk about the internet, culture. If any of that sounds good, please subscribe for future uploads. I am doing Clovemas this month, which is my version of Vlogmas, so I'll have a lot of new videos in the coming days. All right, let's just get into these empties. First thing I've pulled out is this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This is kind of like a beauty YouTube classic. I feel like this was very, very popular back in like Morphe's heyday, and it's in an aerosol can. So it's a very fine, even spray. Feels like kind of luxurious, like a nice little mist all over the face. Has like kind of like a spa, sorry, my nose is itchy. Has kind of like a spa-esque to it from what I remember. I've gone through a few of these. It's fine. Maybe like above fine. It's good. Like I don't like it as much as I like the e.l.f. What is this called? Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I like that one better. It does make your skin look a little bit more glowy, and I feel like it does that by like softening like powders and built up like cakey product on your face. I don't think it does much for like staying power, which isn't really like a huge concern with me in setting sprays. It's like fine. Like if you're at an Ulta and like you need a semi-affordable setting spray, I think it's fine. Although I do think regular like full price, it's like a little expensive for what it is, given that it's like Morphe, and I don't know if it's really doing that much greatness for your complexion routine, either in like hydration or look of skin. It doesn't really give like the same kind of blurry, dewy look as like the e.l.f. setting spray, like the Milani one I like. And I feel like when it's not on sale, it's a little overpriced. So I don't know if I would like run to pick this up again, but it's like fine enough. Oh my god, this one's leaking. Excellent. Excellent. That's not a sensory nightmare or anything. Don't worry about it. Bottle. This is the Kristen S. Curl Leave-In Cream. I love this stuff. This is probably like the 8th bottle I've used up. Like I go through this. It's not even that I go through it a lot. It's just I repurchase it a good bit. So it is like, okay. It is like a spray. You basically spray it on your hair as like a leave-in cream. Some of the claims are moisture replenishing, frizz fighting, fighting. Yes, frizz fighting. I was like, are we fighting the frizz? We're fighting the frizz. Strand softening, humidity shielding. You know, I read that in a sarcastic tone, but actually all those are true. It's quite nice. It is like a heavier leave-in cream. The word cream is pretty true. It's not just like a thin spray. It's like pretty like viscous when it comes out. And it does have a bit of, I don't know if it's technically a biphase, but it seems to have like a bit of a biphase vibe, and that you do want to make sure you mix it up so you get like a mixture, because it is kind of like more of like a milky spray, which I know is maybe a gross description, but that's what it is. It has like a pretty strong, almost perfumey scent, but I think it smells really good. Kind of like, I don't know, it just smells like a good hair product. What a fabulous description. Really good and fresh and feminine. It's quite lovely. If you're really sensitive to scents, I could see this maybe giving you a headache or something. I don't remember it like lasting a ton on my hair, me smelling it later in the day. I feel like it's just when you spray it, like at the initial application of it. Why I love it is, I've mentioned this about my hair, but it's very, very dry. I always need more hydration. And this is great to like revive curls if you've done like a curl routine and you just want to bring them back to life. This is a really great thing to like spray in your damp hair to crunch them again, scrunch them again, crunch, whatever you do with curls. And it's pretty affordable. Kristineska's on sale like at Target and Ulta pretty regularly. And what I also like about this is that the spray usually works all the way to the end. Weirdly, with hair products, the sprayers will like stop working halfway through, I found. Especially with this like type of curl cream. And this spray usually works pretty well. So, for all those reasons, I quite enjoy this product. And Kristinesk is like not the cheapest hair care you can buy, but it is cheaper than like a Briogeo or like certainly like an Away or something like that. My coarse curly hair really responds well to Kristinesk curl products, and this is like the best from the brand for me. It's just something that I find like infinitely useful, and I actually am not using it right now. I'm trying another one from another version of this product from Odell, but to be honest, I don't like it as much, so I'll probably go back to this after it. All right, this one's wet too. Excellent. This is you know, I thought this was going to be an empties video, but it's actually a maze and a horror film for my sensory overload levels. Anyway, this is the Glossier Body Hero Daily Oil Wash. It is basically like an oil body wash, and it is in their Body Hero signature scent, which is, oh my god, it's so good. It's like an orange neroli scent. I usually, not only, but I'll buy this like when it starts getting warm in the spring, because it's like a really good like spring summer scent. Like it still obviously smells good to me now. If somebody designed a scent around a rich, here's the thing, I know I should say aunt, but I always pronounce it aunt, but I feel like if I say aunt, if I say it's coming out, if I say aunt, you're gonna think I'm a hick, which I am actually. But so aunt, it's like you're at your rich aunt's house and she asks you to like design a scent that she would describe as juicy but would still be like luxe. I don't know if any of that made sense. Yeah, just like a rich lady juicy fruity scent, and I love it, even though I'm not a rich lady. I wish. Oh, and should I talk more about that? The formula is great too. I love an oil body wash. I love oils of all kinds across body care, skincare, all of it. I love an oil. Very, very hydrating. Lasts a good, like that bottle lasts me a while because like you don't have to use too much of it. It does like lather and go pretty far. And I really would love if Glossier came out with more scents in that oil wash formula. Okay, this I despise. This was my enemy, my op, my Galinda to my Alphaba in the first 30 minutes of Wicked. This is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser from Youth to the People. I had been curious about this cleanser forever, ever since Youth to the People launched, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, probably longer, because people just raved about it. The packaging, I don't know, there's something about like the thick glass and the color of it. It's like a light green, and people just like had the kindest, most ravishing thoughts about this. They thought it was really like resetting the game with cleansers, like super hydrating, non-stripping, said it improved their skin. Like, I don't know, this cleanser really got talked about. I've used a couple of products now from Youth to the People. I use like their face oil, I tried like their clay mask, and everything I've used has been like fine, but puzzling how expensive it is. And I know there's like a lot about like sustainability and quality of ingredients in their kind of like brand messaging. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but but that's kind of, and people love their skincare, but for me, I don't know. I'm not like convinced it's anything besides like, you know, nice branding and like a very young, hip brand identity, and, you know, being sold at Sephora and being like a kind of recognizable skincare brand at Sephora. I don't know. I just haven't gotten results from anything that I couldn't get from not just like an Ordinary or, you know, an Inky List, but even just like a normal drugstore brand like CeraVe or La Roche-Posay. Like, I don't know. It just the previous products didn't do anything. They weren't offensive, but I just thought they were pretty overpriced. This, I wouldn't pay $2 for this. If someone gave this to me for free and said, here you go, I would say, take that back. I don't want it. If someone paid me $10 to use this again, I may do it because I'm kind of broke. It'd probably have to be 20. I hated this. I'm going to shatter this glass. I hated it so much. First of all, to charge what they're charging for this cleanser is so silly, and I'm so sorry for myself that I fell for it and bought it. It's everything I hate about face cleansers. Every property a face cleanser could have that I could not like was in here. It had like, it's not the worst scent. Herbal cucumber is how I would describe it. I don't like cucumbers. I'm not that picky of an eater, but I really do not like cucumbers. That's kind of a lie. In particular, I'm not picky. Anyway, I don't like cucumbers though, and I don't like the scent of cucumbers. The worst thing a cleanser can be to me is soapy. And this felt like I was putting hand soap on as a cleanser. I don't think it ever got stingy, but it felt kind of stripping. It did not feel very hydrating. And something about like it being pretty strongly fragranced, and then maybe like a natural fragrance from the ingredients. I don't remember. I don't really care either way because I just didn't like it. The texture of it was soap-like. It felt like I had pumped out a Bath & Body Works hand soap that was called like Cucumber Rainfall, put it all over my face. It didn't really do anything besides like strip my skin, and now I'm just kind of annoyed by the experience. And here's the other thing. This can probably be a pro if you end up liking this face cleanser. It took so long to go through it. It took so long. And I even started to use like a little bit more than I needed because I was like, I can't keep doing this, but this was so expensive, so I need to use it all the way up. Times when I would be like, I don't know, randomly traveling or just like not taking a shower at home, I would be so thankful to, like, I would see a CeraVe and I'd be like, oh, I would see like my fresh cleanser that I like, and I'd be like, oh, really anything. Like a bar of soap would have been better than this. I hated this, and it lasted so long. It would not die. It had like Horcruxes hidden in my shower. But I finally finished it, and I was so happy that day. I was so happy. And I will never buy anything from this brand again because I hated this product so much. And I think I finally just settled on like, not worth the hype for me. I think it's a lot of just like branding. If it works great for you, love that for you. But I think it's wildly overpriced. And this product, I don't remember last time I hated a skincare product so much. And that's all I'm going to say about her. All right, something I love to combat that negativity. This is the Live to Tattoo Guard. I cut it open because I like it so much. I think I actually showed this one in my favorites when I talked about this. And I've talked about this, I think, recently on my channel. It's great. It's my favorite sunscreen, probably, besides, like, the Beauty of Joseon one. I love this. It's a mineral sunscreen, but there's not a white cast, at least on me. Sinks right into the skin. Really nicely moisturizing. I feel like makeup lays really beautifully over it. I think it even helps, like, smooth, like, my skin for makeup. And it's a really effective SPF. It's lovely. I wish it was cheaper, but I also think it's a pretty like special formula, so I kind of get it too. I already am more than halfway through another one of this. Oh, I mentioned this already, so I'll be quick. But e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I've almost already done with the second bottle of this. I really quite like it. It is pretty similar to the Milk Makeup one. I do think it's thinner in texture though, and I think it actually, and I think that's better because the Milk one that it's clearly duping or trying to dupe with its look and feel. The Milk version is a little bit thicker, and I have had it like almost like disturb my makeup because it's like so moisturizing and like dewy, and it's beautiful. But this one, I like that it's a finer mist, so I feel like I can still get like the sensation of like spraying my face with like a lovely little setting spray, and it gives you like a really nice dewy look to your skin, helps powders look less like powdery and apparent on the skin, which is kind of the main thing I like to use a setting or a fixing spray for. I don't know if I see like a ton in terms of wear time with this. I haven't like noticed a market difference. So if you're looking for like a really true like heavy duty setting spray, it might not be the one for you. But if you are somebody who just likes a dewy look and is sensitive to their complexion looking like too heavy or powdery, I think this is a really nice drugstore option. My only thing is that there's only 2.7 ounces of product in here, so I do go through it kind of quickly, but it's pretty affordable and it's really easily accessible if you want to buy it in person, which I super appreciate. And it's Elf's available at a lot of retailers. You can kind of take your pick of wherever you want to buy from. I will probably buy another one of these when I'm done with the one I'm almost done with. I have one of my Glossier deodorants. This is like the refill stick that you twist into the case. I just have one of the cases. This is actually the scent that I was talking about in the Body Hero. It's the orange neroli scent. I used this up probably during like the summer, and then I switched to the U scent, which I have in now. This deodorant is so fabulous. It is a natural deodorant, and it doesn't have like any antiperspirant in it, so like you will still sweat if that's a problem, but especially this time of year, I don't find it to be a problem. If you really like a fragrance in your deodorant, I will still smell this. If I like work out and I start sweating, I'll start smelling this. It smells really, really good, honestly. I've been in some like hot yoga classes, and I've started to like smell my deodorant, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I smell this good while I'm sweating so much. I think it does a really good job of covering up like body odor. I like that I can just buy the refill. My only complaint with this product, as I've said before, is that they only sell the refills on Glossier.com or in Glossier stores. I would love it if they started selling the refills on Sephora and Sephora.com, or at least Sephora.com. Because then I wouldn't have to pay shipping, or I wouldn't have to like buy anything else to get free shipping, and it would just be a little bit more easily accessible. Because I've tried to try other deodorants you can like buy at a Target, and they do not work nearly as well. Like that doesn't get on my clothes. That's the other thing. Like I hate when like I feel like a lot of natural deodorants will like so easily like transfer onto your clothes and stain them. This one does not do that at all. It somehow just doesn't, and it doesn't leave deodorant stains on your clothes. It's so, and I don't, not that people, it's funny because I feel like influencers and creators are very like really love to say no one's talking about it, and I was about to say that, but like who is talking about deodorant that much? I was about to say like I can't believe more people don't talk about that, but yes, I actually can believe that, because you know I'm not out in public that often, but well, I work at a coffee shop, and yeah, there's not a lot of conversations that people are having focused on deodorant. But maybe we should. Maybe we should all just be talking about deodorant. And if we were, I would hope this Glossier one would be a part of the conversation, because I think it's pretty nice. The K-Skin Mobe Mineral Sunscreen Drops, SPF 30. I really like this product. I don't like it as much as my Live Tinted, which is why I haven't repurchased. But if I was, I don't know, let's say I lost a bag and I was on a trip and I was at a Sephora, I would totally buy this again. It's a really nice face sunscreen. I do like that it's a more matte finish and it's really thin on the skin. So makeup does go over really well. I think it does a good job of like smoothing out the skin and being a good canvas for makeup. It is like a mineral sunscreen, but there wasn't any white cast on my skin. I like to say on my skin because I think if you are darker than me, even like the mineral sunscreens that aren't supposed to leave a white cast could leave a white cast, but on me it did not leave a white cast at all. Rubbed in really easily. Didn't get like any white cast in like my beard or stubble areas, which I'm sensitive to and appreciated. Was like a more of a matte finish and didn't dry out my skin. So this was actually really, really nice. I bought it because I got a sample of it with a Sephora order, and I was really impressed by it, so I decided to buy it. It's really similar actually to the Summer Fridays SPF. I think I like this one more though. I feel like the Summer Fridays would occasionally either look a little dry or not incorporate fully with makeup from what I remember, and I found this one to be a similar formula but better. I just really love the Live Tinted one if I'm going to pay that much for a sunscreen. Oh, I hated this. I'm so glad I could talk about something from e.l.f. that I don't like, because I feel like I'm talking about e.l.f. all the time. This is the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Woe Glow SPF 30 Sun Protection and Makeup Primer. It's their dupe of this, the Supergroup Glow Screen. I have actually not tried that product, which is odd, because that feels like a product that is well within my realm of products and something I would maybe have tried before. But I haven't tried that. I don't think so. Why do I think that's not true? Yeah, I didn't like this. It's so dewy. And I believe the Supergoop one is similar. It was fine to wear on its own, but under makeup, I just don't like it. I like sunscreens to have like a neutral finish. Like I either like them to be like somewhat moisturizing, like a moisturizer, but not like glowy or like Tin Man. And then I don't want them to be like so matte that they dry out my skin, but like a nice natural matte. So I like them to be between the spectrum of like a natural matte and like super like hydrating. Maybe even not like super hydrating. Because I don't like my sunscreen to make the decision for me on what my complexion and makeup are going to be. And I prefer to do that with actual makeup products. I kind of just want my sunscreen to be really good. And obviously the SPF protection part, and really reliable as not interrupting or disrupting the word, disrupting my makeup application. I don't really want it to be like star of the show. And this really wanted to be like main character energy. Also, the tint is so dark. It's in the shade Sunbeam. I think that's the lightest shade. There may be other shades and maybe one's lighter and I just got the wrong one, but was quite dark and orange, quite frankly. Which I really did not like. It also had like a pretty thick texture that really stayed on the skin. I didn't like that. And then probably the worst thing it did, I do not have sensitive skin. I don't break out easily. I don't struggle with acne. I just don't. This broke me out every time I would wear it consistently. So if I wore this a few days in a row, I would just notice these like little bumps all over my face, and I've heard other creators say similar things about specifically this SPF. Like, I don't know if it was just like clogging pores. This is the Glossier Super Glow Vitamin C and Magnesium Serum. I think I was just wanting a vitamin C serum to use in the morning, and I was making an order from Glossier, so I just decided to throw this in. I hadn't tried it before. They've had 3 serums. I think it's this one, Super Glow, Super Bounce, and Super something else. I've tried maybe both the other 2 before, or at least one of them before. I've tried the niacinamide one like years and years ago. Anyway, I never tried this. I was curious. It's fine. It was like a pretty like normal texture vitamin C serum. I didn't notice any like super great results. It kind of did that thing that vitamin C does in the morning where it just like kind of looks like, you know, a shot of espresso for your face. It just kind of wakes it up, makes it look a little bit more lively. But I think for the price, like, I think you can get something really similar at like a cheaper price at Ulta. Phytosurgeon's Verdant Force Field. It's probably like the 5th bottle I've gone through of this. My favorite moisturizer. It's great. You got like so much product in here. It's just like that perfect in between of it's not too thick that it like clogs up your skin, but it's not too thin and that it doesn't hydrate. It just does a beautiful job of hydrating your skin. It's also great under makeup. I don't wear it a ton under makeup. I mostly use it as a nighttime moisturizer, but when I did, it worked really, really well. I love this product. I actually have one on the way in the mail right now because I missed it and my winter skin kind of like craves something like this. So, yeah, I was making an order for a lip balm because my lips are so chapped all the time right now. Something I really didn't like and wasn't impressed by, unfortunately, the Ritual Defy Thorn Milk Hydrating Skin Mist. This is really expensive for what it is. You get an ounce of product in here. An ounce for a face spray, I think, is pitiful and almost insulting. Like, I'm sorry, for this to be like a full-size product and for it to be the price it is. It's $34 for this 1 ounce size, and then it's $48 for 3.38 ounces. It's just too much, in my opinion. It kind of made my skin dewy, but nothing to write home about. I didn't really notice any difference between it and like the one I would get from Trader Joe's or any other rose hydration mist you can get from like a lot of cheaper brands. I'll be honest, I haven't talked about this on my channel, but I had been wanting to try Ritual Defy for a while, so I did make an order earlier this year during my hiatus. A lot of the products just really did not impress me, and I was really disappointed because I really wanted to love the brand as much as everyone else does. Because also they made like a really lovely statement after, you know, the events in early November. They made a really lovely statement about their community. It's a brand I really want to like because I really like the aesthetic. I love when other people use their products and I'm like, wow, that looks gorgeous. But honestly, with my one order experience, like, it wasn't anything bad about the order, just from the products I picked out for that, I wasn't super impressed with anything, and it's quite expensive. Kind of like soured me just a little. Still am like interested in trying more from the brand. I'm always interested in trying more because I want to like the brand, but this was kind of like part of kind of a disappointing experience. Alright, this is the Ilia, the base face milk. I have talked about how much I like this, and it's true, I really do like it. This is the very small 1 ounce mini size that I think retails for like $28. Yeah. And then this size, which is 3.4 ounces, the full size, I think is like nearly $60 at Sephora. I guess anywhere you would buy it. It's a very expensive, overpriced product. It's like a milky toner moisturizer hybrid thing. It's beautiful. It does a great job of hydrating your face for makeup or just hydrating your face in general. I really love using it in the morning. It really rejuvenates and revives the skin. It's a gorgeous product. It's just too expensive, I think I've decided. And this took me quite a while to go through. I think like 2 or 3 months to go through this tiny little thing. So I was actually thinking, and I'll just talk about this now, I was like, this is going to take me half a year to go through, and that seems to make the price a little bit more digestible. I was actually talking to my friend Ivy, Better Than Basic, on YouTube and on Instagram. I was talking to her about it because she mentioned, oh, I've just been going through, like, using the small size, and I've been going through it pretty sparingly. And she was just using that as like a no, because she was comparing it to the Rhode product that's very similar. I believe it's called the Glazing Milk. And I talked to her about it, and I was like, yeah, I thought that too, that because I went through the small size so slowly, that when I got the big size, I would go through it at the same rate. However, I think because this bottle is like seems really hefty and like there's a lot in it, I feel like I've probably been using more than I need, or just like using more than I was this because it was so small and I wanted to be really like sparing. And I just went through this one too quickly, and I think I've just settled on this is like too expensive for what it is. So I think I may try the Rhode one or the one from Good Light, which also has a milky toner a lot of people like. Oh, this is my little sample of the K Mabe Mineral Sunscreen Drop, so use that up too. I actually have a fragrance empty. This is the Fleur Father Figure perfume. This is the travel spray. I think I bought this when I was in Minneapolis, I want to say, for Olympic gymnastics trials. I wasn't competing, I was watching. People always get confused. But there's something Glossier U-esque about this scent. Like it's a no perfume kind of thing. I definitely get the fig, but there's also like an undercurrent of like masculinity, I feel like, in it. Definitely like a little bit of pepper too. It's a really lovely scent, and every time I sprayed it, I would really like it. I wouldn't repurchase it though, because I thought the longevity was like non-existent. Would spray this on myself, I'd be like, wow, that smells so good. I love the way I smell. Because I love a fragrance that's like, although I do love a very, very girly fragrance too. I am an Ariana Grande fragrance devotee. But I do also love fragrances that have that femme kind of fruity, peppery vibe, but then have like the undercurrent of masculinity that I'm talking about. And I feel like that's what this did very well. But I would spray it on myself, be like, wow, that's lovely, and then like leave or go do the thing I was gonna, like I would go do life. I don't know. And I would never smell this again, unfortunately, no matter how much I sprayed. This isn't a super pricey brand, especially for like the fragrance world, I understand. I think I paid almost $30 for this travel spray. And it was just like a bummer that it didn't last at all. Oh, okay, this is terrible. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof waterproof liquid liner, and maybe I just got a dud, but unacceptable. I don't care. I had heard really good things about this liner, and I was excited to try it because it was on sale at Ulta, and Wet n Wild's already so cheap, so it was like $2, I think, and I was like, yeah, let's try it for that price, because I've heard it's people's holy grail. It came to me dry. Like, I used it once, it worked fine, I was like, okay, I like it. Second time I tried to use it, I literally could not use it. And I tried to like store it upside down and tried all the things. It didn't work. It might just be a dud, but a warning. If you buy that from Ulta, it's probably going to be dried up. And I was really annoyed. So yeah, I obviously don't recommend that. This is from Live Tinted. This is their Q Brow, their clear brow gel. I loved this product. I love this product. It doesn't have like quite the hold as like my e.l.f. laminating brow gel, but it did just a great job at like having that soft, flexible hold but it would actually last the entire day, if that makes sense. It just wouldn't appear like laminated or like super like budge proof. But if you just wanted to keep your brows in place all day, this is an amazing option, and I love the applicator. One side has like longer plastic bristles and the other one has shorter, and especially the long side just grabbed onto the brow hairs really, really well and made it very easy. Like I didn't have to go in with like a separate spoolie to like shape my brows. Like this made it so easy, and I loved this product. I Last thing is a Glossier U Rollerball. They actually discontinued the Rollerball and now they only sell the travel spray, which I actually like because I like a spray versus a Rollerball better. But I think I got this in the set with a full size of the perfume last Christmas and I used both of them up. Glossier U is one of my favorite scents. It's like a pink, peppery, no fragrance type vibe. I love it. I miss it right now. I have the new You Do fragrance and I like that a lot. I do think Classic You is still my favorite. I wish it was still in the original formula because I think that one smelled better and also lasted so long. But this one still has pretty okay longevity, especially for the price. And I just love the scent. It makes me feel like fresh, girly, fun, but it's not too much. And I really appreciate that, especially if you're in like a workplace where people are sensitive to scent, but you still want to smell like really good to yourself and get those whiffs of joy throughout the day. I think Glossier is a great option. I hope you enjoyed this cozy little classic empties. And if you did enjoy it, I hope you give it a like because it helps me a lot in the Wild Wild West YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. And thanks y'all so much for being here. We're gonna be okay. Bye.